What makes you feel alive? What really makes you deliriously happy? When I'm speaking to audiences about making money abroad, I'm often asked, I'm just getting out of college. I don't know what I want to do. I have no idea where I want to go, what I want to do. And I look at them and then they say, but I have a car loan and my family wants me to do this or that. And I have student loans. And I'm just not financially successful yet. My family would never approve of me going overseas. And just plain old, it's difficult. I don't know if I can do it. I've even heard crazy things like, what about the Turkish jail in Midnight Express? If you could live anywhere you wanted, and you could do anything you wanted, how would you like to spend your life? After prodding, some say, I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do something big, something international. I really want to live and learn, to see the world, to see what's out there, to make it happen. But then their voice falters. They say, let's be realistic. My parents paid a lot of money to send me to school. They want me to be a doctor. I can't disappoint them. Or, let's be realistic, Paul. It takes money to make money. I'm broke, in debt. Or, it's hard enough to make my way here. It's hard enough in my hometown. How could I do it in another country with no friends or family? I know nothing about visa or residency. Or even simple as, I'm afraid of failing, and I have no idea where to start. When I tell people I've lived in Sweden, India, Japan, and China, they say, you're so lucky. You aren't bogged down. You're not stuck. You know what you want, and you go get it. You aren't trapped. So I ask, what would you do if there were nothing to hold you back? No excuses. Where would you go, and what would you do if you knew you could not fail? For a select few, they roll their eyes back in their head, and a broad smile encroaches across their face, and they say, I'd love to live in Africa, be a travel writer, or a National Geographic correspondent. One says, renting a restaurant in Tuscany and speaking fluent Italian, or surfing in the warm water with a beach house in Queensland. Or another says, I want to be surrounded by beautiful Swedish or Brazilian or Chinese women or men. I say, okay, forget the car, forget your loans, forget your family, even forget your inability to motivate yourself for a moment. Will any of these things be easier over time? Will you be younger in the future? Will you have less payments? Will the people around you, do they get less and less trapped as they move farther away from college? Or do they get more and more stuck? Is it easier to take a newborn or a high school student? Will things get easier later? In 30 years, when you rise out of bed and you think of your life, do you want it to be of dreams fulfilled, chances taken, opportunities grabbed? Or do you want dreams forgotten? Regret. We positively don't get another chance to live. What kind of a mother or father will you be if you don't overcome your obstacles? Will your children look at you the same way? If you go abroad and you learn what you want to learn, you learn languages, you challenge yourself and you succeed? What kind of a life is that for your family? Do you think no one's paying attention? Your neighbor, your son, your daughter in the future? Will no one notice? Think of the cavemen and women in the days of old. What happened to the ones who were not ambitious? The ones who stayed in areas as slowly the food disappeared, slowly there was less to eat, there was less fish in the river, there was less game to eat, There was less nuts. And as things grew scarcer, they stayed where they were. What happened to those people? What happened to the other ones who looked off on the horizon? They gazed off in the horizon and they see trees fresh with fruit and waterfalls. And they grabbed their families and they said, let's go. Let's go to the better place. What happened to them? If I told you I started this journey in 1989 with nothing but a college degree, a C+ grade point average, no job offer after graduation, no one wanted to hire me, and $500 in my pocket and a credit card, scared to death, would you believe me? No support, nobody wanted me to go, my parents didn't want me to go, my friends didn't want me to go, I didn't know what I was going to do. My only job interview after school, I interviewed for a position at Sears and they laughed and I didn't pass the interview because it was a math test, which I wasn't good at math. I had nothing waiting for me. I was no superstar. I had no incredible skills, no $1 million. Now after 24 years of hard work and also failure after failure and some luck, I've learned the steps necessary to succeed abroad. Not only to succeed in one place at one time and get lucky, but the steps, the consistent, reliable steps that you need in any country to wherever you go. Thousands of people like me are doing what they want and succeeding wherever they want to be, living their dreams more than their friends back home. There's a community of people waiting to help you to overcome your obstacles and get you to where you want to be. And also to bring out your hidden talents. I didn't even know my talents when I started. I had no idea. The challenges overseas, they just bring them out of you. And I think some of them just come out of nowhere. Are you going to live your life, the life of your dreams? Or are you just going to look at pictures and maybe look at a German beer and think of Germany? What is it that you want from your years on this planet?